Hi guys, so today I want to share another story with you. Today I want to talk about the real reason Katie Rost wasn't invited back to the season 4 Real Housewives Potomac reunion. So if you watch my channel, you'll know this is a very silly channel. Like I'm forever joking and, really dragging somebody, and usually we just have a really good time. But occasionally I have to really touch a sensitive topic, and that's what's going to happen today, people. I'm going to tell you what's really going on behind the scenes with Katie Rost and why she's not returning to the season 4 reunion. So if you've seen last night's episode of the Real Housewives of Potomac, you would know something was wrong with Katie. I mean, she kept saying that something was wrong with her stomach and that she physically didn't feel well, but she was also kind of distant, and she just wasn't there. Something was wrong. Something was obviously wrong, which the women picked up on. I mean, because usually, they throw shade at each other and it turns into this big, arguing match, which we all seem to love because we keep coming back for more. But last night, I believe it was Ashley, of course, who else could it be, was like, "You're not strong enough for this group." And she didn't even fight back. She just said, "You're right. I'm not." And so something was seriously wrong. So I'm about to tell you what I think is going on, but let me give you a brief background on just how bad it is. So we all know that Katie was married to Dr. James Orsini for 4 years. He's a doctor, he's an oncologist, a prestigious doctor, okay? And especially in that New Jersey area. I mean, he's got a very prestigious job, but Katie accused him of verbally abusing her, physically abusing her, and sexually abusing her. To be specific, I can't say that word on camera or my video will get blocked, but very graphically being sexually abusive to her. Now, Dr. Orsini has denied these allegations. However, his own mother came out and she said, "He certainly has a chemical imbalance to alcohol. He becomes a different person and continues to say the same things. She hopes her son looks into himself and takes responsibility for his actions." So, to me, when your mother says it, then she's saying you don't have such good character, then I'm going to have a tendency to believe what Katie's saying. She also said that when James became aggressive, I retreated into a shell, much like I used to support me when I had a panic attack. She said, when he was particularly nasty, I will ball up in a knot in the bed or sofa. That was her defense mechanism. She would just withdraw and just curl up, I guess, until it was over. She also admits to having panic attacks as a result of that relationship. So when she wanted to go to court for sole custody of her children, it made sense. However, it wasn't that cut and dry. Katie sometimes experienced what I call distant behavior, similar to what we were seeing last night. It's like withdrawn, I'm here, but I'm not here. Very, very distant. I don't know another word to explain it. But she has a friend that said she remembers Dr. Orsini always giving Katie medicine, and she didn't know what it was for. And he told her one time that it was for her anxiety. And she thought it was a bit much at the time. She said, but now looking back, Katie had a tendency to really cover up for the doctor and his behavior. Her mother actually accused the doctor of drugging her. She said he kept her doped up all the time. He would give her things like improlazum, methylphenidate, I'm not a doctor, people, Ritalin, said things like she had narcolepsy. And so she was in a confused state a lot of times. Sounds like on purpose because of the doctor. And this could be what I think leads to what I call her contradictory behavior. I don't know any other word to say it. She always says one thing and then it ends up being something the opposite. And I'll give you an example. We all know she was on season 1 and 2 when the Real Housewives of Potomac first came on. She said she got fired because a judge got her fired. When they talked to Bravo, they said that's not why she was demoted to a friend at all. She refused to film any part of her life. She got so bad, she didn't even want them to come to her house. So that sounds like the behavior she gave last night. She was there, but she didn't attend any of the events. You have to attend the events to be on the show. Another example of what I call her contradictory behavior would be how she lost custody of her kids. She didn't show up to an important hearing. She says she didn't know about it, but you can't miss court dates. And so that led to her trying to get her kids back, but she was still allowed visitations, supervised visitations, if she took a psych evaluation. But she never took the psych evaluation. So, I believe she missed her kids and really wants them back, but you have to do the steps necessary in order to get them back. And then there's the fact that sometimes she also just does erratic things, like posting that picture of her after she had her miscarriage, laying naked on the bathroom floor in a pool of blood. It's so graphic. I'm not going to post it here because I don't want to be blocked. But trust me, people, when I say it's very graphic. As a matter of fact, you can go on the internet and take a look for yourself. And to me, that wouldn't be fair to have her come to the reunion and expect her to argue with the rest of the cast, and cut up and act a fool for our entertainment. That wouldn't be right when we know there's something really, really going on. So I'm thinking, even though I'm pulling for Katie, I really want the best for Katie. I want her to get her kids back, and I want her to find her happy again. I really am pulling for her. But on the same token, not inviting her to the reunion was a good decision. But as I say in every video, we all have our different opinions, and that just happens to be mine. So what I want to know today in my comments section is, do you agree that Katie shouldn't have been invited to the reunion? Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification button for more stories like these. Until next time, talk to you then.